Hello, welcome to today's episode. We are discussing this week in government contracting. Today is Saturday, and I just want to give everyone an update on what happened, a brief overview of the news related to government contracting, specifically the federal marketplace, just in case you missed it. The first thing I want to discuss is this article by Washington Technology, where they discuss why you need to cultivate your customers now. And in the article, we talk about a couple things that a lot of people have been bringing up to me lately is, Eric, how do we have conversations? And this is very interesting. The new normal, right, is that we cannot be meeting with people face to face. So what is it that we should be doing? How should we be doing that? And I can tell you personally from experience that I recently had a capability statement that was, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I had a capabilities briefing and it was over the phone call. We just simply did a three-way call, but I sent my information prior to the call. The office to boot took a look at it, reviewed it, they had it in front of me, and they were able to ask me questions right then and there discussing my briefing. I was able to articulate what I was looking for, the results that I was looking for, and any opportunities that were coming up, and we had a really good call. So again, you're not the only one dealing with this issue given the times, right? Now, what I like about this article is that it discussed some opportunities. And it says here also, however, with or without the pandemic, the reality is that one chance meeting at an event would not most likely translate into a contract win. So don't feel so down on yourself if you can't get these meetings like you were before, if you're not being able to see people and you're not being able to go to events. That's okay, because like they said here, we're tapping into vendor webinars, research-based websites, contract websites, trade associations to become educated on the most cutting-edge solutions. So government buyers are using everything in each way to reach out to us. So make sure that you look the part in order to be awarded an opportunity or be considered for an opportunity for that matter. Sales and BD teams should be fully armed with all educational content and use as potential gateway tools to open doors to virtual meetings with government prospects. If you want to get the attention of the prospect, figure out a low-risk solution that will help them do their job more cost-effectively. Very good points that this article is making here. Now, something else that I want to discuss, which is really important, that even though it may be an ideal time for incumbents, even during normal times, incumbents lose 25 to 30% of their recompetes. That's a whole lot of opportunity out there for people like ourselves, the newcomers into this marketplace. So when you are thinking, or you're in your brain, for some strange reason, you're saying to yourself, "Where I don't even have a shot because all of these big guys, they've got this stuff unlocked." This is not true. As the article is stating clearly right here, is that on normal times, 25 to 30% of the recompetes are lost. So that, to me, creates a gaping hole for a lot of us to rush through. The next article I want to discuss is an actual event that's happening. It's being put on by Sean Hartman of GSA. Sean actually was one of my podcast guests. Tuesday, August 4th, it is an event with NASA. You can look it up. I also will have this information in the show notes page. If you are in Detroit, all of my Detroit construction companies, the Army selected 14 firms for the support contract. Take a look at the requirements, see where you can help, see where you could be of value. Start getting on some of these companies' vendors list and being prepared, because they're about to spend a lot of money right in around your area and your backyard. And so we want to help you be able to put in position to get some of this opportunity, because a lot of people right now are saying they're struggling, they're not getting business, they're not getting work, times are slow. Again, that's why we want to point out the opportunities that exist so that you can know about everything. And again, even if you're not in Detroit, send it to your friend who's in Detroit. What would that hurt, right? So if you know someone that's in or around the Detroit area that's in construction, it doesn't matter what they do, underground, take a look, send it to them. Chances are, if you're in and around the Detroit area, you probably know one of these companies. And if these companies are not in the Detroit area, it actually makes it even better for you, because you know the landscape better than they do. You have connections, and all you have to do is be able to be of service and offer that as value. For my IT people out here, if you are in IT, NIH is seeking contract to support their cybersecurity program. We're going to go ahead and list that in the site as well. And then something else I want to talk about is the fact that this Skyport contract. Now, Eric, why are you talking about a Skyboard contract when none of us can do that? The reason why I bring this up is because the way that they issued the contract was an IDV. And so the reason why that's important is because if you remember here on my video where we talked about Monday, are you ready to win a contract, prepare for success using IDVs? This is definitely, if this is good enough for the large organizations to do, and it says here, initial award, establish a vendor pool, compete for $400 million, okay, a definite delivery, a definite quantity contract, Boeing, General Atomics, Northrop Group. If it's good enough for the big boys, right, and that's kind of what I was saying in that video, if it's good enough for that the large companies are using these vehicles to grow, and these are multi-billion-dollar companies, why then would it not be good enough for people like you? And that's the point of this video. So if you did not catch this video, we talked about IDVs, IDIQs, MATOCs, SATOCs, all of these types of vehicles as a way in which to prepare your company. Now, just really quickly, I'll touch on that for about 30 seconds. The IDV, excuse me, you don't have to research and learn how to use the IDV. What you can do is reach out to your PTAC, reach out to your SBDC, and let that person do the research for you. And by the way, if you want to skip the steps in the video, right here, I put in here where to start the video. So you can click 2949. That's where I talk about IDV. If you're curious of why Eric loves 8A, you can click here, how to prepare your company for success using IDVs. So we went ahead and put in there the information that's needed. So again, just wanting to share this with you because this is a great example that just came out of how the big boys are using it, and I thought that it would be beneficial for us because, again, if we learn what they're doing and how they do it, and now I can take and translate that into a form in which small guys or girls can do the same things, right? Have the same, then now there's really we can start having not necessarily a leg up, but we can start having the same tools, same resources, and being able to compete on a somewhat level playing field in terms of our knowledge and our understanding. Not necessarily with the resources and the capacity and the capital, but with the knowledge and the understanding. And that's partly what I see my job as doing, is giving you guys the tools, the knowledge, the information, so that you can be able to effectively compete with and whomever out there in the marketplace. So again, that's the purpose of sharing that. And a couple things before we close out. One is I just launched a new Patreon page. If you want to support us, a lot of people are asking about joining the Facebook group over the years. They wanted a monthly plan. I went ahead and created that to join our private Facebook group. Also, if you're in the IT and telecom space, we have an IT and telecom Patreon. Not going to spend a whole lot of time on it, but I did just definitely want to run over that today. As always, thank you for watching. If you are not subscribed on our email list, let me go back to that. Hold on. Let me go back to that page because definitely want to make sure that the people are subscribed on our email list. So take a look at the very top of the page. You'll see here, join our email list. Put your name in, email, and subscribe. So again, right there, make sure you subscribe. Just put your name, email, because we are sitting on information that's not publicly posted anywhere. It's not on our blog, not on our resources page. In fact, while I'm saying that, let me just show you our resources page that exists. I'm going to click no thanks to this. Hold on. Oh, I accidentally clicked subscribe. Let me just take you really quick to our resources page, because a lot of the information that you're seeking is here. Some of the commonly asked questions that people are asking me about. For example, my letter of interest is on here. All right, boom, okay. So we have the size standards table. People ask me all the time, well, Eric, how do I determine whether I'm a small business? The sources sought letter of intent. Whenever you're looking at RFIs on beta.sam or you're looking at the sources sought notices, this is a sample letter that we provide. It's on here as well. 8A application checklist. I've seen people asking about that. Category management best in class. This is a list of all the category management vehicles that exist. Comparison of major contract types. So, for example, if you want to do, for example, fixed price contract, cost plus contract, this gives you an overview of all those contract types. 360-day action plan. This is something that I created where it takes you through some of the steps that you're supposed to be doing over the next 360 days that you can do to get your business ready. Also, my free course, my free How to Win Contracts for Dummies course, and then our paid course, GovCon Giants 2.0, as well as my existing book, Building on Our Playbook, and the new book, GovCon Launch. So that's everything on that resource page that you can have, that you can want. And again, thanks for watching this week. Hopefully, someone of you can take advantage of some of the things that we put out there, the PPE contracts, the cyber contracts, the construction contracts. Look forward to seeing you on Monday on our YouTube Live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Or if you can't make YouTube or you prefer Instagram on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Thank you so much. As always, have a great weekend.